All right, starting audio in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I can do is I can try and do a little bit of drawing and then show you what it is. So this is the building, right? Let's say this is the building. This is the ground floor. This is the first floor. This is the second floor. This is the third floor. And above that, this is the terrace, right? So each floor has two flats. The top two flats are ours, right? This floor, this flat, and this flat on top, this is our flat, both of this. I'm going to show you a top view. The room that I'm sitting on right now is somewhere this side. Let me just make the staircase and the lift. The lift is here, right in the center. Okay. The staircase is this side. Okay, this is the door that keeps banging. I mean, this is the side where all the main doors are aligned, right? This is our door, below this is the second floor's door, and below that is the first floor's door. Now, towards the side is my room here. Okay, let's say this is one room, this is the second room here. This is the balcony, this is the hall, this is the kitchen. The same here. This is the balcony. This is another room. So this is the balcony of my mom's flat, right? So she's made this into a classroom. There's another room this side, which is almost identical to this flat. The hall is this side. Now, the thing is, I'm in my room here, sitting here somewhere in the corner, right? Now, when I come out of my room and go towards the kitchen, towards this side, I have to cross my main door. The lift is over here, right? The lift door is over here. So the moment I come out of my room and I go towards the kitchen or I go towards the second room, around this part, that is when somebody bangs the door. Bangs the lift, that is, lift door. Okay? Also, their own door. Sometimes, whenever I go, they just open the door and shut the door, making a loud bang, and that is a disturbing sound. You know? So, this is nothing but a form of trolling, you know? It's like as if somebody is pestering you from behind. Now, how is it possible that only when I come outside here that this door bangs, right? How does anybody know that I have come out of my room? There is only one way that anybody can know, and that is right over here on this floor. Right beneath this floor is the culprit that I'm talking about. Right beneath the tiles here. What it was is that, let's flash back 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago, yeah. When I first started recording, I mean, I had a little clue about how to record, so I was just doing the mic tests and the volume tests, right? Now, I remember it was during that time, so 2 years ago, imagine it's been 2 years that this has been happening, which means there is something definitely big involved. You know, something cannot be small and simple, that it can be stretched for so many years and months, right? So this is the first point to catch. But what I'm trying to say is that when I was doing my recording in my room, like right now, how I'm doing my recording, these guys started some drilling work, all right? Now, it wasn't some sort of a drilling work that happens normally, right? Like how you call a carpenter or someone to change the tiles. It wasn't that type of drilling. You know, these guys were using so heavy equipment. That type of equipment is used during construction, you know? So I could hear the machinery, the sound, the drilling sound that was happening. It was happening right on their ceiling, which means my floor, right? Now, I will show you later. There are a few spots in my house where it is hollow beneath. There's nothing below the tiles, is what I can feel. Or what it is that a lot of concrete has been removed from the tiles, from below the tiles, from my floor, that is from their ceiling. Concrete has been removed from their ceiling. Now, I don't know for what purpose. Now, that drilling happened for 2-3 months. I remember every day it used to start at 8 o'clock in the morning and it used to finish at around 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening. Every day, that type of drilling sound. And mind you, again, I'm mentioning again that it was not a plain hole that you make with a drilling machine. Okay, these guys were excavating something from the ceiling. And you know how the ceilings are built, right? The ceilings are so strong that you cannot drill a hole in the ceiling. You need very heavy equipment to penetrate the ceiling. And that is exactly what that equipment was. But I had very little clue then as to what was going on. I thought they were changing the entire tiles from their bathroom or from their toilet. But when the time kept passing by, I mean, it went over 2 weeks. Then the third week came, then the fourth week came. You know, the drilling work was never stopping. And that is not only under my room here, that is around the entire house. You know, we have a 2 BHK house here. The entire house under the floor. I do not know whether our ceiling is still in place. I mean, their ceiling is still in place or they have removed certain parts of concrete from their ceiling. Now, why would they do that? Or why would someone do that? You know, this is a very important step because I'm alerting all the other house owners who could be a victim as well. So I'm coming to this step by step. The only reason that someone would want to do that is if they want to hear something from this house. If they want to hear something like this type of conversation, what I'm telling you, what I'm speaking right now, if it was somebody's bad intention to drill a hole so that they can misuse it to listen to what is happening inside this house, is what I'm pointing to, because that is the next thing that I'm going to say, because everything that I was doing, it looked like they knew exactly the sounds I was making, which is why I'm telling you that they could hear everything that I was doing, which is why I started making videos on the terrace, right? I started going to the terrace and started making videos over there so that no one could disturb me over there. Because of the drilling sound, because I did not know, whenever I was starting to record, they were making the drilling sound, So I did not know how to record in my own house. I did not know how to record in my own room, which is why I started going up to the terrace and I started recording from the terrace. And nobody has taken an inspection of their house. But if there is a false ceiling in their house, they will get caught. They will get caught right then and there if there is a false ceiling in their house. Okay, so I just remembered something. And I also see where the problem might be. So when I say our flats, that is both these flats only, right? Excluding the stairs, of course, and excluding the lift, of course, and obviously excluding the terrace. Now, about the terrace, any other resident can use the terrace at will, and they do use it more than me. But when I go to the terrace, they purposely make it look like I have occupied the entire space, even though I'm there only for about 30 minutes max. And they deliberately keep banging their door and sending housekeeping boys exactly at that same time when I'm going to the terrace. And the boys are harassing me by crossing my path directly, coming in front of me, by sweeping the stairs more than usual, staying on the stairs, and watering the plants too. I mean, did I ask them to water the plants? That too with hard water. Whenever I go to the terrace, I see someone has just watered the plants. Now, we'll get to the water part later on, but can you imagine how will it look to the other residents? They are totally trying to spoil my impression with these housekeeping boys who are harassing me, nor can I hit them, and nor can I tell the management, because that's where the rest of the culprits are. And what is happening with the masculine energy of these housekeeping boys? They are not only slaves, but they are idiots as well. Because I am going to rip their souls apart digitally for troubling me so that no one else falls a victim. One culprit is enough for the world to see and look in on itself. Now, I have various such people showing those energies, and I couldn't help to capture that well in time. I had to become as sly as them to get them to show up, else they are very cunning.